Well, hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, coin collectors of all ages, and speculators and collectors and investors. Welcome to another edition of the Monday Market Report, this time for week ending March 19, 2023. Jot it down your calendar. This week is absolutely crazy. This might actually be kind of like that peak, that high watermark of what is normally called the busy coin collecting season. And typically we get into March and April. It's really busy. All the big shows. We had Baltimore here recently. We had other shows as well to kick off the year. My goodness. So we have another stacked lineup. We have 20 coins, all courtesy of greatcollections.com. They're just wrapping up on some of their sales as we speak, and we're bringing you the first-hand access here on a Sunday night for your Monday morning. I know that doesn't make any sense, but it's crazy. It's very insane. So just to kind of roll through a few of the things we're going to be talking about, we have another prominent collection of coins selling this week, the RL collection of key date Lincoln cents, making its presence known today in this market report. We have some of the biggest varieties within the last 50 years being showcased here tonight, and the prices will not disappoint. A lot of people are battling head-to-head to own some of these after they missed out on the crazy Stuart Blay madness that we saw about a month ago. But furthermore, we also have the Biddle collection of Roosevelt dimes. Now all of a sudden Roosevelt dimes just exploding onto the marketplace, and we're seeing some of the premier pieces from the Biddle collection tonight ending. And again, more crazy prices and Roosevelt dimes. Who would have thought, So yeah, pretty interesting. Aside from all that, man, the varieties, the registry set coins, it's pretty nutty. So we're going to get into this here momentarily, but just to let you guys know, we will be on the live coin Q&A live stream tomorrow night on Monday, March 20th, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. Come check us out. We're going to be addressing a lot of pretty good coin questions, and a lot of big pieces have been found by viewers like you guys that we're going to share with you, and it's going to be amazing. It's just a great time to be in the hobby right now. Brand new 2023 coinage just flying all over the place. It is something to keep an eye out for. It's I don't know. It's just crazy. But let's go ahead and check things out here. Again, these are the top 20 coins that have sold on Great Collections. For your needs of selling and consigning some of your big pieces, look no further. Great Collections might be the place for you. And if you have pieces that you want to buy to kind of, headline your collection, Great Collections is the place to be. They are a top marketplace these days, and their stock continues to climb. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, how about this variety that everybody knows about? 1995 Lincoln Memorial cent. This one with the FS101 doubled die obverse, the very coin that made lots of waves back in the day. I remember this thing was in the newspapers. It was even talked about on the news. Wow. I mean, everybody knows about this coin. It's got some of the craziest doubling on, like the motto, "In God We Trust," on Liberty. It's killer. But especially a coin that grades out this high, which, by the way, PCGS gave this one a Mint State 69 red. Absolutely bonkers. This one ended up selling for $3,437.49. Now, the big question that some of you have, okay, registry sets is all about folks that participate in these high dollar, just ridiculous trophy type coins that grade at the highest level. Does that also apply to varieties? And I'm happy to say it does, because there are variants of these registry sets where varieties are included, where proof coins are also included, among a few other things. So keep that in mind. Yes, it's a variety. While this is going to cater to not only variety collectors, but also the registry sets as well. So $3,437.49 was the ending auction hammer on this one. The next one that we have here, again, another marquee variety. The hits just keep on coming. We've talked about this one quite a bit because, they are out there. And people are finding these in 1990 proof sets. This one is the No S variant of the proof coin that you see here. Although this one grades pretty high as well. Proof 69 red is what this one ended up earning. Also features Ultra Cameo. All of this courtesy of NGC grading. The coin is stunning. And yes, these are supposed to have a physical S mint mark. By some strange twist, the mint forgot to put the S mint mark on the working dies. So there you go. That's your byproduct there. Just a really neat oddity. One that carries a very large price tag. This one right here, $3,529.12 was the final price on this coin. And more varieties. I'm telling you, varieties are the rage right now. We have another marquee type here. This is the FS101. It's one of 9 or 10 big Cherry Pickers Guide varieties for the state. This is the one that we all strive to look for because the doubling is just absolutely out of this world. And this one ended up graded as a PCGS Mid-State 67 plus full red. You can see a lot of the doubling again on the date, on Liberty, in the motto, and then on certain elements on Lincoln's bust. So this one is it's one of the most wildest doubled dies that you will come across, but can be obtainable, maybe, not this particular grade specifically because it's a very high grade. This one, by the way, ended up selling for $9,343.74. That's pretty hard to beat that one. And, this one here did not beat it. Although this one is a lot more rare than the 1972 FS101. And this one is the 1970S large date FS101 double die obverse. It's about as rare, maybe slightly more rare than the 69S DDO, although the doubling, while very nice and dramatic, isn't as strong as the 1972. All right, so this one right here ended up graded as a PCGS Mid-State 65 red, which is a very good grade in its own right. It's also CAC certified as well, which amplifies the value and the desirability for such coins because that particular company says, yes, 65 is the perfect grade for this, and it is about as true as you could get. This one right here sold for just barely over that 72 at $9,401.49. I mean, a pair of $9,000 Lincolns that exist out there is pretty crazy. And today, the market is still as strong as ever. And, of course, you can't talk about marquee double-to-dies without bringing up this one. Now, this is a monster-graded coin. Sure, it's nothing like the Stuart Blay piece, that's like, Mid-State 66. That sold easily for 6 figures. Now, this one right here is a great alternative, all right, with still that big price tags that most deep pockets people won't mind throwing out there. So this one right here is a PCGS Mid-State 64 red, which is just very nice. This shows all of the good stuff. Even at this grade, you're not compromising or sacrificing. And that's really the good news about a coin at this particular grade level is it's still going to have a lot of market legs. Now this one right here, of course, FS101. This is one of the marquee pieces from the RL collection of key date Lincoln cents. And this one, I'm happy to say, did sell for $49,500. There's a lot you could do with that kind of money, but probably retirement is high on the list of the person that owned this. So well done, very beautiful coin. Again, always something to be on the lookout for, as it is indeed the biggest chase piece of modern coin hunting. And we also have a 1955. Of course we do, right? I mean, this one is going to be on here regardless. And another high-grade specimen ended up showing itself in the marketplace. This one, again, much like the 69, is a very nice PCGS Mid-State 64 plus full red. It's the FS101. There is a 102, by the way, not nearly as impressive in terms of its eye appeal, but this one right here, very nice, acceptable market piece. This one is also CAC certified, and I'm happy to say that this one ended up selling also for a nice princely sum of $28,749.99. Okay, so we're all well beyond, some of those very nice varieties. Okay, so let's go back to what we're more familiar with, and that's Registry set, just pure gold here. 1943S Lincoln is, of course, the 1-year shot. Steely. This is the oddity that people love a lot. And people and collectors alike are just not going to give these up for anything. So when a nice specimen comes into the marketplace, whether it's for a registry set or not, it's going to command a lot of attention by the desirables. NGC this time graded this one as a mid-state 68 plus. All right, so it's still a monstrous grade. This one sold for $3,450.36. I'm almost afraid to say that if this were the same exact grade in PCGS plastic with a CAC sticker, easily $10,000 and up, because that's just how much of an impact the grading service and the CAC sticker kind of play a role in these, at the top level. A really nice sale, almost $3,500, and again, another really nice registry set edition. And the final scent of this Monday Market Report, again, we got to spotlight something ridiculous, and the 1914D key date by itself is that. It's just that. A coin that is considered a condition rarity, because there are so few examples that exist out there in the world today that would grade a full red. There are a number that will grade mid-state, but a full red example is something you just don't come across. Maybe once a year, twice a year. In this case, it's probably the second full red example that we've seen come into marketplace, because that Stewart Blade piece was lingering out there as well. So CAC, again, certified this one, mid-state 65 red, just a really lights-out coin. $19,800 was the final sale price for this example. Good-looking coin. Okay, now we're going to head on over to nickels. Now, the first few nickels are simply just registry set pieces. At the very top, the more modern, coins are still desired, because folks that are in registry sets for Jefferson nickels are collecting all the dates all the way up to 2023. So the finer the grade, the dates, the more points that's going to be added to their tally. So we have a 1994P, not a date that I would consider to be scarce in full steps, but this one grades really high as a mid-state 67 with the full steps designated on there. It looks every bit the part of that. This one sold for $1,041.75. And we also have this 1976. Pretty crazy. It's like a tale of two different worlds here. You have this really nice, acceptable obverse. Okay, very clean. Got lots of luster. And then you have this reverse die with all these die file lines and polishing marks and all that stuff. Not that the coin was clean, but a mint employee attempted to hide something, whether it's like a die clash or something like that. And this is kind of like what your end result's going to be on that die when it strikes up a coin. So this one right here looks like two different coins, I will say that. However, it's a PCGS Mint State 67 with full steps, which, again, very important to a registry set. This one sold for $1,631.25. Now, 64, again, one of the more tougher dates to find with full steps. It just so happens that one landed on tonight's Great Collections auction lot. This one is a PCGS Mid-State 67. Full steps, I would say, it's probably an 8 out of 10 on the difficulty level of trying to find with full steps. It's just really tough. A lot of these were very weakly struck. The dies were ran hard. It's just, we don't see too many well-struck examples of this coin. And, you know, this is one of those dates that was produced almost up to 1 billion pieces. You know, the Denver exceeded a billion pieces. The 64, I think, is just under that. So this one right here sold for $3,487.50. Another important coin for a registry set. And a few buffaloes as well, and they're beauties. Some earlier dated stuff, 1924 Philly. Says the Philadelphia minted coin here is a PCGS OGH. So it's just an older graded coin. Mint State 66 was a grade on this. And it's like one of the few examples that I have seen with this level of luster. Usually mid-20s buffaloes are really not all that, you know. The luster was the one thing that failed this series during the 1920s, and that was unfortunate. But it was just a sign of the times, you know, the 1920s kind of era of manufacturing of U.S. coinage left a lot to be desired. This one right here sold for $2,053.12. Great Collections does note a little bit of toning on this coin, but nothing super crazy that I would say, yeah, the toning made the sale on this one. Now, two of the most impressive nickels this week are Branch Mint Early Teens coins. 1916D, you gotta find in Mint State. That's where this puppy is really going to be the most relevant piece to your collection. Like this one here. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Mint State 67. That's kind of like going all in at the poker table. And, you know, if you're going to buy these in Mint State, you might as well go all the way. And this buyer certainly did. Now, it's graded by NGC, which is no indictment on the actual grade itself. It's a fine specimen. It's really beautiful and lots of luster. This one right here sold for $15,350.50. So when they get up to this kind of like higher level of graded, you know, tier for these DNS Mint Teens Buffaloes, it's a completely different world. You know, there's no comparison to any other date of Buffalo nickel, you know, from like the 30s. And you could say the same about this one here. Although, this one has really nice original skin to it. The toning is one that's not offensive at all. You know, it's got russet browns and a little bit of yellows and golds and a little bit of rose in certain areas. So it's very attractive from that standpoint. But it is an S-Mint. Again, very important, very scarce. Mid-State 67 plus by NGC on this one. And this one sold for $20,251.12. All right, now we're on to dimes. The dimes are quite interesting. I only had the opportunity to showcase 3 Roosevelts. We could have talked about a good 10 of them. And that's because that a prominent Roosevelt dime collection did sell off here this week. And that's the Biddle, the Daniel D. Biddle collection of Roosevelt dimes were consigned to great collections. Starting out with this one here, 1961D. Again, the date in itself is nothing really to write home to mother about, but it is a high grade. It's made and tailored for another Roosevelt Registry set. Mid-State 67 plus with full band, so of course it's got the toning, and that's really the best possible combination that you're looking for here. $1,040.62 was the final sale price on this one. And the 59 you see here, again, this is a coin that came out of a $35 proof set. All right. So, yeah, I mean, there's an element of cherry picking and a little bit of lady luck on your side when you're trying to find a deep cameo proof dime in any of these proof sets. But if you're able to find one, congratulations. That's one heck of a find. This one here is a PCGS Proof 69 Deep Cameo, showing tons of frost in all the right places, along with the very nice reflective mirrory fields that you see all throughout the coin. It's the best possible combination of everything that a proof coin should be, but never was. So this one right here, again, a true rarity, and another Biddle piece, sold for $4,449.38. And the final dime for this particular slot is another Biddle piece, 1949. Wow, I mean, yeah, I would say that the toning played a huge factor in this one this week. The grade's really high, albeit it's not a Denver or San Francisco. The Philadelphias are generally a little bit easier to find in mid-state and with full struck devices. This one is a mid-state 67 plus with full bands, but of course the toning adds a few extra bonus points to make it sell for $4,125.38. And we're going to wrap things off here this week with 3 Washington quarters, starting out with this 1968D Washington, and this is also a very well-known variety. This is the Double the Die Reverse FS801 Cherry Picker's Guide. Again, one of the very, very coveted and very valuable coins that you can look for in the modern era of Washington quarters. This one, a fantastic grade, mid-state 65 plus is what this one earned. And I'm happy to say that this one sold for $1,856.25. This one looks like it came out of a BU roll. Nice, fresh, lustrous, and blast white. And we do have this one here as well, dipping into a little bit of the Silver Age. 1959D is a good looking piece, but purely Registry set material here all day long. NGC gave this one a mid-state 67 plus, CAC certified green bean, and it also has some toning on there, which, not my personal favorite, but it also provides a little bit of their originality and that skin that people are looking for. This one right here sold for $2,756.25. And then finally, we're going to end things off here on a very, very key date of the 20th century quarters that are out there. And it's the 1916 Standing Liberty quarter with a mintage of only 52,000. These are the coins that everybody strives to cherry pick, especially with no readable date, and that can be done by looking at the rivets on the shield, the hair design, and a few other things. The drapery has a different look compared to a different date. But yeah, there's no understating this coin and its importance to the hobby, and it doesn't matter what grade. Like this one here was cleaned, therefore it got a PCGS genuine grade AU details, and that's fine by a lot of people that don't want to spend $10,000 and $15,000, $20,000 on such a coin. They're going to settle for $7,176.38. That might seem crazy, but again, with a mintage of only 52,000, it's one of the most popular designs of type coins today. It really is, very little of a compromise, even with the problem kind of like lingering of it being cleaned. So, yeah, that's what we have here this week on the Monday Market Report. Again, a very stacked list, great looking coins, lots of huge varieties at the highest level selling this week. But that's going to go ahead and wrap things up. Would love to hear your thoughts. Did you have a favorite here this week? Go ahead and comment down below. Aside from all that was, it was a pleasure talking with you guys about some of the big, relevant, modern, graded coins to sell this week. The market, strong as ever. So keep on collecting, enjoying what you're doing. And, yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel on the video if you haven't done so already. And come follow me on TikTok as well, at BlueRidgeSilverhound. Would love to see you there. That's going to wrap things up, my friends. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Or if you're catching this on a Monday, don't work so hard. Enjoy your week. And I will see you in about 2 weeks. No Monday Market Report next week.